Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your May 2019 extended love reading. Thank you guys so much for being in the top 3 for the most viewed and the most liked for last month's readings for the month of April. I hope the month of May finds you well. I hope that those that were able to resonate with the April reading made the changes that they needed to make to move forward in positive new beginnings. I definitely feel that if you haven't checked out your general reading just yet, it is already up. And I feel as though you guys have definitely gone through some tough times, releasing and, you know, putting an end to old ways, old chapters, old thoughts, mentalities. So to thank you guys for having the most views and likes in my top 3, I'm doing an extended love reading for you guys. So every month I'm going to be doing this to reward you guys and give you a little bit of an extra, you know, detailed reading. So this will probably be an hour long. I will try and timestamp in the comments below if I don't do it right away. But here you go. Honesty is essential, Scorpio. This message is so very important, especially once you check out your general reading. You'll understand. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Honesty is essential. I know it sounds cliche and it sounds kind of cheesy about honesty is the best policy and yada, 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 right? But in all actuality, if you can't have honesty, if you can't speak clearly with someone, if you are afraid of saying certain things, walking on eggshells, if you're afraid of something, you know, turning into an argument, you don't have a safe space or a safe zone to speak to someone clearly. And so you turn to lies, you turn to half-truths, or maybe it's that you've experienced that in the past that you're afraid to be honest with someone new. In any case, when you're honest with yourself about what it is that you truly want and where you wish to be at this point in your life, the honesty starts within yourself. Because if you can't be honest with yourself, how can you be honest with anyone else? Yeah, that one peeked through, that 7 of Swords. It was trying to peek through. I put it back in. It was definitely meant for you. We'll get to the bottom of this. So this is just your general overall love energy, along with that honesty is essential. That is your overall message for this reading. And if this doesn't resonate, please keep in mind, Scorpio and Crosswatchers, that I will pull for Scorpio singles, couples, and Crosswatcher messages, okay? Remember that this is a general reading and not all messages will resonate with everyone. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Scorpios, thank you guys so much for all your support. Please hit the like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay. So, my Scorpio friends, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Honesty is essential. That is your overall message here, right? If you can't have honesty, you can't have trust and open communication. How can we be expected to succeed, to have an honest, not just an honest relationship, but a relationship with integrity, a relationship with trust? How can anyone expect to move forward fearlessly, right, without any doubt, and feeling secure in their relationship and within themselves if the honesty isn't there? For some of you, I feel that if you're bouncing between a couple different people, This is where it is very important that you let them know up front where they stand. If you have someone in mind that you truly want a serious relationship, but yet you're talking to someone else on the side, like in a casual way, let casual people know that that's what they are. And on that token, if you're really serious about someone and you're holding that back, and they have no idea that that's how you're feeling about them, that you want to build some sort of, emotional, happy, secure foundation, the whole 9 yards, right? You have someone in mind for this. With this Queen of Cups, this can either be another water sign, or this is you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, for your other water signs. I also see air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here. Mostly Aquarius if you are dealing with an Aquarius. So in terms of honesty is essential. Let's be real, Scorpio. How do you want to move forward? Are you torn between keeping 2 relationships, 2 partnerships, 2, love interests? I feel as though a part of you wants to keep both of them casual. And if the one that you are serious about decides to take you seriously in return, are you willing to get up and move forward? Are you willing to build a strong foundation? Or will it scare you away that makes you walk away? I feel for some Scorpios, you had everything in place. You did have this relationship set up. It was ready for you. They were ready for you. However, whether it's you or the other person, there's that, deceptive energy or failure to take responsibility, failure to do the right thing by you, by your partner, by the relationship. There was this constant struggle of whether or not you should pursue something more serious with this person. It's like, if things were in a perfect situation, if they would only align, I know which path to take. And whether you walked away from this person or they walked away from you. Someone here definitely moved forward towards victory successfully. Are you stuck with this Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini? Or is that the energy you're embodying? I know some people associate the Queen of Swords with Virgo as well. However, I feel more air energy here. Some of you are feeling like you're at a loss because you lost someone. Sorry about that. So, with the Two of Wands, the Five of Wands, you were conflicted as to which path to take. And I feel as though there was this tug of war of, no, let's go this way, not that way. Whether you or them were wanting something more serious than you can give them, and you're just like, I'm out of here. I can't pick up and go with them. They want, they want this, stability in the home. They want, they want me to be their wife, their husband, their, they want to have kids. They want the dogs, the white picket fence. I don't know if I can give that to them. So I'm going to pretend to be not as interested as I truly am. And so after a while, you decided to walk away. But it really has you in your feelings because you're wondering, could this have worked out with this person? Could we have had it all? And I feel as though if you find yourself single and not with this person that you did want something serious with, they had no idea. And because of prior bad behavior or doubt or irresponsibility, whether you or theirs, they're not quite sure if they believe you now. It's like, oh, now you want to be honest with me. Oh, now you want to come back into the picture, right? Oh, now you want this, this, and that, whatever, this, that, and the other, okay? And you're having a struggle here. You're having a hard time. Like, how do I get them to take me seriously? How do I get them to believe me? How do I get them back in the picture so that we can move forward together? What do I have to do to prove to them that I'm serious? I want this 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups with them. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing, Scorpio. Get your head out of your ass pronto. So some of you are going to take the easy way out and not do the hard work towards this relationship that you want, right? Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. And it's true. So you don't have everything you want right now. You realize that at some point you could have had it all. And now you need to stop obsessing about it. You are not the fucking center of the universe. I'm just the messenger, Scorpio. Don't get mad at me. So at this point, it's time that you turn around and be honest with yourself. What is it that you truly want? Seriously, what is it that you truly want? Do you want this person back? Are you really just wanting this person back in your life because you don't want them to move on? Are you really wanting this person back in your life because you can't live without them? But are you really willing to do the work for it? Is it fair to you? Is it fair to them? Stop obsessing. Be fucking grateful, right? And get your head out of your ass. Scorpio. That's too funny. Excuse me. Again, I still have that nagging cough. I'm sorry, you guys, if this video is like super edited again from clearing out all my cough attacks. Anyway, let's move on to our singles. Straight up single Scorpios. Wondering why you're still single? How can you stop being single? What is the next step for, what's the advice? Love advice for singles Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Single Scorpios for May 2019. Oh my. Pay attention to the red flags, Scorpio. The signs are cautioning you. So, I want to say you've gotten this before. Gosh, I'm so bad with trying to remember all the readings I've done and who got what. This may have been in your April reading. If not, I know it was in someone else's. Maybe you were cross-watching theirs. In any case, the signs are cautioning you. Scorpio, something's not adding up. Probably not adding up. Don't try to make excuses for someone else, right? And remember, this is a general reading, so this can go vice versa. If you are indulging, yes, I say indulging, or spending too much time with toxic people, toxic relationships, people that aren't good for your highest good, for your best interest. If you're trying to stay sober and you're hanging out with an alcoholic, I mean, come on, things like that. If you're barely making ends meet and you're hanging out with gamblers, you know, if you're spending too much time with someone, or perhaps there is someone that you were spending a lot of time with whose toxic behavior, unhealthy behavior affected your friendship or relationship. And then it affected your mood. Maybe some of you are a bit pessimistic about moving on, moving forward. If something doesn't feel right, especially with someone new, trust it. Trust it completely. Scorpios, you guys are super intuitive. You know when someone is not good for you. You know, like, you know, you've got a sneaking suspicion about someone. Yeah, trust it. Scorpio, seriously. You have to. Something feels off. Sometimes they say one thing. You don't realize they're lying until they repeat that same story again, and you're like, it was a little different last time you told it. Perhaps these people or this person can be someone who enjoys the attention of many, and it brings in, you know, doubt or whatever. Maybe, you know, they're just plain rude. Whatever it may be. If something doesn't feel right, if something feels off, believe it, trust your gut, trust your intuition, and let's get to it. Let's clarify. What is it that feels off to you? Pay attention to the red flags. If you have this love interest, you're still single, you're not quite sure if you want to ask them out. If you're straight up single, the red flags are within your space, within your energy. Like an increasing amount of time playing video games, gambling, drinking, substance abuse, hanging out at, you know, places where too many lower vibrational energies linger. You know, you end up carrying that around with you. So straight up Scorpio singles, why are they still single? How can we help them? Pay attention to the red flags. Clarify that, please. There you are, King of Cups. Third party situations. That's why you are still single. And you know that it's time to put an end to it. You know it's time to stop fucking around and having people on the sidelines the minute something doesn't work out for you. Queen of Pentacles. And if this isn't you, this is someone else around you, someone that you've been perhaps going back and forth with. Maybe you're single because these are the type of relationships you keep indulging in people who tend to have you as an option, or vice versa, you have them as an option. Page of Cups. Oh, too many. There's Virgo again with the Hermit. Four of Cups, Two of Wands, Nine of Cups, Eight of Wands. Let's put them back in. Eight of Wands again. Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Too many again. Two of Pentacles and the Empress. One more card. Nine of Wands. It was peeking through earlier and I didn't take it, so here it is. You've got water, fire, and earth. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to mean that these are the people you're dealing with, but definitely their energies, their personality types, their reactions. They might have it in their chart. And so they may behave like an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They may behave like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That could be the energy they put out. So pay attention to the red flags. You're straight up single because you have had a pattern in the types of relationships that you have indulged in, right? That you have entertained, that you've probably put in too much energy or maybe not enough energy, because remember, this goes vice versa. Either you're putting in too much energy into a relationship that you ended up being the option, the third party, or that is you, my friend. That is you just entertaining too many options. Trying to make something work with one person, but yet having other options. And so you're leading these other people on into thinking that there is more. And maybe there is more, because as far as you're concerned, you're single. That is how you portray yourself, even though you have several love interests here. You have someone here where you feel very close to them. You have a very, strong bond. You can't see your life without them. You want to offer your cup of love to them, but you can't help but having a third party. And it's not to say that you're cheating in terms of physically, although some of you may, or this has happened to you. But it's this sense of, yeah, I want to make this work. I feel really, close to you. I feel like we have this, crazy connection, but it's still not enough to keep you from entertaining other people. I feel like I've had this for you guys before, Scorpio. This is like a common theme with you guys. And so if you want to get back together with this soulmate relationship, this, karmic or whatever it is that you're feeling, if this is a karmic relationship, learn your lesson, move on. If this is someone that you know, that you truly love, that you have a very strong and spiritual, bond with them, a magnetic attraction, you want to make things work with them, but you have to put an end to the third party situations, the flirting, the, sexting other people, things like that. You're entertaining other people that you're not even really involved with, but it's almost like your safety net. Like, if it doesn't work with this person because I'm afraid to be vulnerable with them, at least I have someone else that will take me, because I've been preparing them. I've been grooming them. I've been there kind of offering my cup of love, but not really. It's just kind of like in the idea sense, where I keep them hanging almost and just letting them know how awesome they are, how much I care about them, and so you have everyone, you're juggling every scenario, every situation, and yet you have them in that situation as well. One man, 3 women. If this is for the Scorpio male, remember, these can be interchanged as well. But I definitely feel that there is someone you have in mind here that you want to make work. For others, I feel like you're just going to make something else work because the one that you really wanted ended. That chapter, that karmic cycle, that relationship ended, over and done with. You went from having 3 people in your life to now just 2. And so how do I go about this? Strong Aries here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And yet we have the earth sign right in the middle. But this is your energy of, so which of these two do I end up with then? It's absolutely draining. It really is. I feel as though some of the messages you send both of them are the same. But you only have one in your mind. And yet you can't seem to help yourself. That is a red flag. Let's clarify this. Wow, 3 cards. Okay. At the end of the day, I feel as though you are thinking about marriage, but this feels like a marriage of convenience. Because they can change the path in your life, right? You have the main female here. You have marriage and you have pathways. Some of you, these are 2 different females. You really want someone else, but you're marrying someone completely different, or you're contemplating it. You're not quite sure how to move forward. And so I definitely feel like I've had this message for you guys before. What is up with you guys? In any case, I feel that whatever this situation was in the past, you're feeling a little lighter, light enough to be able to move past the mistakes, the issues, past relationships. It's time to go down a different path. And although you've had a pretty bumpy road, you're coming out of darkness. This experience, you've realized what the red flags are, whether it was your doing or their doing, whether it was from a karmic cycle that just ended, life and spiritual lessons learned. But I feel as though now you can almost shake off that energy from the past that had you feeling weary and pained. But there is a light at the end of that path, and that is where you're walking towards. So, honesty is essential. If you were bringing the red flags into the relationship and you're finally sick and tired of the same type of relationships that you were entertaining, that you were in, because I feel that your past or your prior relationships all kind of had the same type of energy as to why things weren't working out. Almost like it was scripted. Same words, same games, same, whatever it may be. Either you've been caught up in those type of relationships for far too long, or that was what you were creating, because it was almost like it was a safety net of sorts. Because being able to have control of how you feel and not letting others fully in, then you have the ultimate control in your mind's eye, right? You have the ultimate control about whether or not someone can come in and hurt you. So here we go. Let's move on to the couples, right? Couples. Let me write that down. Time stop. Scorpio couples in a relationship, dating, married couples. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign for the month of May 2019. What is the overall message? What is the most important message? Okay, that's 2 cards. I will take them. Wow. That is freaking awesome. Scorpio, passion, and soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Allow your heart and soul to to sing with joy. You found your soulmate. Person that comes to mind, they are your soulmate. You have this intense connection, this intense passion with them. That is freaking amazing. All right, let's clarify that one. Another deck here. Page of Wands, the Hermit. I swear, you guys, Scorpio and Virgos always have like this, their readings almost match. I should start just doing Virgo, Scorpio couple readings. I think I'm going to do that actually for in the love readings. If I see that there's a specific set of couples, like for example, Pisces and Taurus, I'm just going to do those readings as well. Okay, not what I expected here. Wow, definite soulmate vibes. Oh my God, you guys. Soulmate, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups. Scorpio, yes, this is your soulmate. When the Two of Cups and the Lovers card comes out together, it is a choice about whether or not you want to further advance this relationship. This is the strongest, most divine connection that you can have with each other. I'm telling you guys, whoever it is that you feel this connected to, they are your person. They are your soulmate. Two of Cups, Lovers, when those two come out together, definitely is a sign for you to take note, pause, realize that this person brings a significant message to you. We're not all meant to be with our soulmates, but some of them have lessons that we need to continue learning from. So the signs off the bat here, I see Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Scorpio, you're here prominently, Libra, Gemini. So there's a lot of passion here. It's obvious, it's evident. It's funny because I feel like if you are with or interested in a Virgo, you're not together right now. You're not speaking. You're isolating yourselves from each other. You kind of want to come at them from both ends, like both sides. Like, hey, I need you to know how much I love you, right? Like you're the one for me. You're my soulmate. It's like you want to love bomb them, come in and just, you're ready to overwhelm them with everything that's been going on with you in your mind, in your heart. And that this time apart has brought you to that sense of, I've made my choice. You're that person. Wish fulfillment. Maybe that's what they wanted to hear for a long time, or maybe it's what you finally have been wanting to say to them for a long time, and you finally come to terms with, you know what? I want to do what's right. I feel as though you want to say whatever it is that you want to know. Anything you want to know. If there's doubts, if there's situations that you're feeling weary about, you're unsure of, or maybe that's something they come to you with. You're like, oh, you want to make this happen? Let your guard down. You put me through some hell. And now you want to come around and be like, everything's all cool, you're my soulmate? And then there are those that you do have this love interest. Doesn't matter the sign, but you do have someone that you are interested in. But yet, you're not in constant contact with them. You come and go. If they're a friend with benefit here, you're a little scared and guarded that you're starting to have feelings for them. Those weren't the intentions when you decided to just be friends with benefits, but that passion between the two of you opened up this whole other world for you, where you suddenly felt like, oh my God, I think I got feelings, right? Catching feelings for this person. Whether you or they wanted a much more serious relationship, I felt that you had other things going on, or vice versa. You were too busy manifesting other things. Job, money, a stable income, just a stable foundation altogether. I feel as though, Scorpio, if you felt like, you know what, I'm not in the right place right now to give them what they want. So I need them to understand that I am working on myself, but I got to focus on me. I need to guard myself, because we can't start shit if things are falling apart in my life. Because if we do try to make this a relationship, it's only going to fall apart. I think you knew that, and they didn't want to believe that. So if you're a crosswatcher watching this, know that it is in your best interest to wait until shit hits the fan to rebuild again. Some of you Scorpio couples that have been together through some tough times, I feel it's like you're at that point where you're trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. It is time for some change. Some of you may be packing up and moving. Some of you may be packing up and moving to a new home, reestablishing a new home because, well, some of you, your house burned down. Some of you, you lost your home. Some of you have gone through separation or divorce. You've had to stay with other family members, and now you've got to make something of yourself. Now is time for a change. Some of you may be moving out of state, out of the country, but you're at the magician status. You have all the tools that you need to create something new, a firm foundation. I feel that this person you have in mind, your soulmate, you're thinking they're the only one that can help me get through this. Yeah, definite change. So this is a serious ending, major ending. So if this is for you where you're not on speaking terms, things have ended, you know, you're one of those in-betweeners, right? You know that this was your soulmate. You wanted things to change. They're not speaking to you right now. You knew you couldn't give them what they wanted, or vice versa. Now you're realizing, oh shit, I don't want things to end. For most of you, it is time to say goodbye to to what didn't work out. You also have a Thief here. Do you feel as though someone else came in and took your partner away from you? Or, wow, concerns. You have some serious concerns about this partner. For some of you, whether you or them are feeling like this was a waste of time, money, energy. They feel like that is their loss. Sadness and depression because you finally realized that this was your soulmate. And for those of you that are still trying to work things out, learn from this. Do everything that you can to be open and honest about your intentions, about what you want from here on out. Honesty is essential. Share your concerns. Some of you may have had a thief in your home or in your job. Some of you may have done time. Fraud, theft. I keep hearing fraud and theft. Con man, swindling money. It may have caught up to you, and that's why you have the Tower. And because shit fell apart for you, so did your relationship. Wow, that took a crazy turn. Scorpio. I feel like I need to pull a separate card for this, for my Scorpio couples. That one's a bit tough. Let me see, which deck should I pull? Messages from your angels. Message for Scorpio couples. Omega. Victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So this is, once you catch your general, you'll understand, this is a turning point for you. I feel that most of you have learned from your mistakes and you want to rebuild on a much more stable foundation. And if you lost this relationship, this partnership, that's the first thing you want to rebuild on. Keep it honest. Keep it open and honest communication. It is absolutely important for victory in this relationship, for things to work out for you. It really is. Set clear intentions and goals. Let them know what it is that you truly want. If they need time to figure things out, give them time. If you need time to figure things out, give yourself the time. What are you rushing? Right? So let's move on to the Crosswatcher. Crosswatcher energy. What's the message for the Scorpio Crosswatcher? I almost said Virgo. What is the message for the Scorpio Crosswatcher? What does the Scorpio Crosswatcher need to hear? For May 2019, what does the Scorpio Crosswatcher need to hear? True love. They are your true love. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm going to put that one back. I didn't realize I didn't have all my... You know what? Let me put this to the side. There were a few cards missing from the deck. I'm going to pull another one. Message for the Scorpio Crosswatcher, please, for May 2019. Okay, so cross-watching Scorpio, soulmate and true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. For you, my cross-watcher friends, watching Scorpio's video, if you've been going back and forth with a Scorpio, you're just not sure if things are ever going to work out again, if you're ever going to reconcile, whatever it may be. This is your soulmate, your true love. Let's clarify this for the cross-watcher. Clarify true love and soulmate for Scorpio's cross-watcher. What is the most important message they need to know moving forward? Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, and Six of Pentacles. 2 sixes. Okay. King of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords, 5 of Swords. Okay. So you've realized, or you've always felt, that the Scorpio was your soulmate. This was your true love. You really wanted to make this work. Things didn't work out. You had a hard time perhaps even getting along, right? Put this over here. Hopefully you guys have a better view that way. Oh, look, I can pull a couple more cards. Because when I can, I will. The Hanging Man. I think that's all that fits on the screen. Okay. So here we go. Scorpio's cross-watcher. I see Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I see Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. A little bit of Earth with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't matter the signs. Apply what resonates, okay? So, I feel that for the Scorpio cross-watcher, you knew from the beginning, this is the romance of a lifetime. This was your true love. They felt like a soulmate to you. No matter how much you tried to offer love and nurture that connection, that relationship, I feel that every time you felt like you were getting somewhere, you were moving forward, then all of a sudden you felt like there was an imbalance. You gave more than you received. Maybe they came back at you with this King of Swords energy, or maybe when you got frustrated and you were filled with resentment, you had to, be a little rude and snippy with them because you're just like, hey, am I the only one putting work into this relationship? Why isn't it this paying out? And I'm giving you all my love and I end up in heartache. Then they come back at you with this, asshole energy of like, I don't give a fuck. Nobody asked you to give me that type of energy. And then you feel stuck. Right? Sounding familiar? Or vice versa. If you're the Scorpio and you behave that way. Sounding familiar? There is some deep disappointment that there were compatibility issues. You felt that, maybe this couldn't move forward. Someone here was with that King of Swords energy, whether you had someone that was an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini coming in and saying, no, this shit isn't working out, and you felt like you couldn't move forward from it. There was a lot of love here. At one point, it felt as though there was a promise of a future together. But it's almost as though you're both dumbfounded in terms of, why isn't this working? A message of concern, marriage, privileged lady. Bad health. Okay. Wow. That's a lot of crazy messages. So there's a message of concern. For some of you, that message of concern is illness, death of a loved one. Some of you may discover that you have an illness or your Scorpio has an illness. I feel as though that even those with this message of concern in terms of the news of bad health, I feel as though you felt like you would be there with them no matter what. You would support them. You would help them. You gave and gave and gave, and yet you never really felt like they were giving you half as much as you gave them. So the bad health, can also be with depression, unable to get out of bed, being so upset and depressed that you don't know how you're going to move on from this. Now, as far as the marriage and the privileged lady, again, this seems to be like an ongoing message with Scorpio. I think last month had a tinge of this, and maybe your general too, I don't remember. But for the Scorpio Crosswatcher, don't be surprised if you hear that your Scorpio ran off and got married. Not out of love, out of convenience. They found this privileged lady that can give them the life that they need or want, the comfort. If things ended with this Scorpio kind of abruptly, you haven't heard back from them, I feel as though they feel a little bit of guilt, shame, resentment, sadness, disappointment in themselves and in the situation. I don't feel that they feel good about what they had to do. And although they may have gotten married or are thinking of getting married to move on, I don't feel that that stops or that changes the feelings they have for you. Take this as an acknowledgement that they know that you were their soulmate. Some of you cross-watchers are the privileged lady. You are watching the Scorpio's reading. I don't think you realize what you're in for. I definitely see a lot of depression. In terms of the bad health, I feel as though someone may be trying to get clean. There's a lot of chemical imbalances here. You're going to find out that it's worse than you imagined. I don't even think they realize it. I feel like I need to clarify that a little bit more for the cross-watcher. Just give me one card each, please. Yeah. Emotional discontentment. Look at that. Four of Cups, repeated card. That message of concern is that the news wasn't the greatest. You felt like, I had everything I could have possibly asked for or wanted or needed, and it still didn't seem like it was enough. The secret is that there is a hidden marriage. Plans of getting married, or they may already be married. You'll soon discover, Scorpio Crosswatcher, that they may have gotten married to this privileged lady who may be an Aquarius with the Star card. That is also the card of healing and hope. Wow. So, Scorpio, if you found yourself a privileged lady that's going to get you out of a rut, that's going to help you heal, that's all great. Good for you, Scorpio. For the Scorpio Crosswatcher, who isn't this privileged lady, who's going to soon discover that the Scorpio ran off and got married to someone, know that there is an opportunity at healing and putting this behind you. You have a lot of happiness that awaits you in the near future. Don't let this affect how you see every relationship after that. You have a lot of love and happiness coming towards you. If you continue to be hung up on the past, on why you weren't able to work out a relationship with the Scorpio soulmate, you'll fail to realize that there is more than one soulmate in our lives. And we're not meant to be with all the soulmates, with every single soulmate. Some of them come in to prepare us for the next soulmate. All right, my Scorpio Crosswatcher, I hope that resonated with you. I hope that helped you to put certain things behind you, to move on and be open to new beginnings, new experiences. I'm going to do one more thing here because we're almost up at the hour. I've got so many more readings to do. So one more thing here. I'm going to pull 2 cards for Scorpio, 2 cards for their Crosswatcher, their energies combined, Scorpio and their Crosswatcher. Two cards for Scorpio, 2 cards for the Crosswatcher, 2 cards each, Scorpio and their Crosswatcher. 2 cards Scorpio, 7 of Wands. Who just had that? I think Pisces. Knight of Wands, that's Pisces. I'm sorry, that's Scorpio. Scorpio Crosswatcher, 2 cards for them, please. Justice. Too many. Knight of Pentacles, the World, and the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, 9 of Swords. Scorpio Crosswatchers, the Justice card. Is it fair and just that you are up all night, anxiety-ridden, worrisome, sleepless nights? Is it fair and just to you that while they go on and do whatever the hell they want, they stand their ground, they're come and go, they think it's okay to justify that it's okay to have this type of behavior? Is it fair to you, Crosswatcher? And Scorpio, is it fair to them? Stand your ground and be clear with what your intentions are, what it is that you truly want. Some of you are traveling, some of you are moving away. And so you've got your Crosswatcher worried about whether or not they're going to ever see you again. One more card, one for Scorpio, please. Ace of Pentacles, they're chasing money. They're chasing new beginnings. They're rebuilding their life. Now, Crosswatcher, I have some advice for you. I asked you if this was fair and just. What the Scorpio chooses to do with their life is their choice, is their decision. How you react and how you handle it is yours. Guard yourself from experiencing any further pain at their hand. However, don't turn a blind eye. Get to the bottom of things. Be open and honest with yourself. It's okay to be a little bit guarded to the person that's got you in this situation, but not to everyone that comes into the picture, okay? Because that's not fair to you. Got it, Crosswatcher? I hope that resonated with you guys. Thank you all so much for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. Please give this a thumbs up to everyone who viewed this video. Once again, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful month of May. I'm going to try and do a few more love readings this month, but I really wanted to get everyone else's readings out first. So once again, Scorpio, have a wonderful month of May. Take care. Bye.